it was mostly by accident. I was a piano player, and they hired me to play piano in KLC in Blytheville, Arkansas radio station for a guy to make a record. Well, what happened, he showed up and he had laryngitis, and Vaden looked at me and said, "Can you sing?" I said, "I guess, I don't know." And so I run off a little chord on the piano, and it went from there.
And of course, you produced such great hits that night as "Knocking on the Backside." And what was the B-side of that, Teddy?
It was Before It Began. It was a slow song.
And now you went on to record several others. Tell me a little bit about those. You have some favorites?
No, I don't really have any favorites. The odd thing about me playing, though, I studied 7 years of piano lessons as a child, and most of my rock and roll and rockabilly songs were played in keys that the average normal rockabilly person don't play in. I played in flats, like A flat and E flat and all those kind of keys. Well, these guys never heard of those keys, see, and of course that gives me a different sound than what they were getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, of course, you got to tell me about Judy. You wrote Judy, and of course, Elvis Presley recorded Judy.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that when you found out that Elvis had recorded your song.
Well, I wrote that one Sunday morning in about 20 minutes. It just came to me, and it was different than anything else. And of all things, I played it in the key of A flat, which you just don't play rockabilly songs in A flat. And so we came into the studio at KLCN and recorded, and it turned out to be such a great record that ATCO label in New York picked it up, and then next thing I knew, Elvis was recorded.
And there's actually a funny story behind that, because they thought that nobody owned the rights, but
that's right.
Tell us a little bit about that
well,
story.
they thought I didn't have any copyright or anything. Actually, they knew that I wrote it, or thought they did, but I was drafted into the Army, and then they decided, Vaden owed a lawyer in Jonesboro some money, so he gave him the rights to my song Judy. When I got out of the Army, I presented a federal copyright that was about 2 years prior to all this, and so that made a difference.
Now, of course, you recorded several other songs, but you
Yeah.
went on to have a rather distinguished career for yourself. You had an exclusive contract for the Southern Gentleman, Sonny James.
Sonny James, I wrote for him. I wrote 9 of his songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, here we are standing 50 years later. Does it seem like it's been 50 years?
It's been 50 years since I've been right here.
Wow. And what's it like to see all your friends tonight?
Well, they've changed. I imagine I have too.
Teddy Redell, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank
Pleasure.
you. Thank you.